everybody. Hope everybody's doing really well today. I'm here to do part 3 of my coloring book collection. And this will be the last part of my non-color by number books. So I have already done 2 parts. They're on my channel. Feel free to check them out. But after this video, there'll be one more where I go through my color by number and my one color books. I don't have as many of those. I have many more of regular, if you want to call them, so non-color by number books. But I figured today we can start off with my Camellia Angelkova collection. It's not a very big collection. I know some folks are like ride or die Camellia fans, which is perfectly fine, and I totally understand why. I'm not one of those people. I only have 3 of her books, but I really enjoy the 3 books that I have. The first one I'm going to talk about is the 50 Christmas Miniatures. This came out in 2021. Yes, for 2021 Christmas this came out. And it was kind of a no-brainer for me, even though this was going to be my first book by her. It's just, I love Christmas and it looked really sweet. I personally have done 1 picture in here last year. I had some friends over and one of them did at least 1 page in here. So this is the one that I did. I did this in 2021. And then I had a friend over and she did, where is it? She did this one. And then she had also done this one. But these are not me, so I will not be taking any credit. But this book is really cute. It's very alcohol marker friendly. And it has kind of the adorable animals that Camellia is known for. Also, these books are very well priced for the fact that you get 50 images. They're all single-sided, you know, there's no duplicates. So her books are just a really good bang for buck. I think they're $5.99 or $4.99, something along those lines. So really good stuff. Then my one and only Mandala book. So I don't own any other Mandala books. And you might be looking at this if you have been on my channel for a bit and you'd be like, hey, did you not finish that book? And why, yes, I did. I finished this book earlier this year. No, earlier in 2022. And then I purchased it again because I loved this book so much. So I have only done 1 page at the time of me filming this video, but I've actually completed this book before. So starting over. I love this book, and I like the mandalas. I was really happy with the finished results of the images that I did. I do have a full flip of my completed book on my channel if you're curious to see some of the color palettes that I had used and everything like that. So I'm going into this book as if I have never colored it before. So I'm not consulting any of my prior color palettes, nothing like that. I'm just really enjoying it. There was some snow that got onto here. So that's kind of why it's a little crinkly and a little smudged. But I had used Pentel Sparkle Pops in here and it's very shiny. I hope it's picking up well. So I had done this in December, so I was going for Christmassy colors. So love this book. If you're on the market for mandalas or you've been thinking of like maybe checking out a mandala book, look no further. This one is amazing. I love it, hence why I bought it for a second time. And that's actually the first and only time I have ever done that. I have never purchased the same book twice before. So I think that just shows how much I truly love that book. Then I have the 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes. This book continues to surprise me in the sense that when I bought it, I was like, oh, this is very cute. I think I will enjoy this. Because as I said, I don't buy all of her books like some folks do. I'm pretty picky. So I was like, yeah, you know, like I think I'm gonna really enjoy this book. But every single time I color in it, I enjoy it so much more than I thought I would. And I already thought I would enjoy it. So I think that just speaks upon how much I like this book. So this was done in October of 2022. Just a nice autumn page. I don't think there's anything in the back. Let's see what else I've done. It's just really sweet countryside scenes. Oh, my friend Sophia did this one. Love it. Lots of pencil and marker. So I do share my coloring books. Like if somebody comes over and they wanted to color with me, please like pick a book and let's share. Then I did this one in 2022 in July. Really enjoy that one. So it's just a lovely book. This one I'm not the biggest fan of. I did it in April. It's all right. But then I also have this one. Also don't love it, but that's fine. But I mean, every single time I work in here, I just have such a good time that, gosh, also courtesy of Sophia. So great book. And I know now she's doing, because I feel like she does like series in a way, right? So she did the miniatures, she did the seasonal miniatures, she did seasonal mandalas. I think now she's doing like houses, right? Because she did 50 Christmas and winter houses. I think that's her newest book, at least at the time of me filming this. So I wonder if she's gonna, what she's gonna do next. I mean, is she gonna continue that series? Is it gonna be something new? Never know. But moving on to a book by Adelita Quinn. I don't have anything else by this artist, but this is called Secret Gardens. They are very cutesy. They are single-sided, Amazon printed. I did a full flip of this book on my channel. I hadn't seen it on anybody else's channel, so I kind of blind bought it and I really like it. I think it's really cute. I've done one image in here. Also, this printing company, I don't think it's an artist. They have a bunch of other books. So if you like the style, but maybe not necessarily these scenes, check out some of their other books. But I did this in 2021. I really thought I did this in 2022. Oh my goodness, I need to pick this book up again. So really nice. I did use alcohol markers, but since it's one-sided, does not matter. The backgrounds are pretty simple. There might be some stuff, but like, for example, I drew in the fence in the back. I drew in some of these clouds. Actually, I think I drew in all of them. That's why they look terrible. So you can definitely make them a little bit more detailed if you wanted to, but they are not crazy detailed, or you can easily black out the background and make it even more simple. But overall, I just think it's a very sweet book. And I like these little rabbits or bunnies. I'm not sure. I just think they're very cute. Going into Creative Haven. So most of my Creative Haven books are not going to be in this video because they're actually colored by number. I own a good amount, most of George Tufexis's books by George Tufexis. And all of his books are colored by number. So I only have 2 non-color by number Creative Haven books. The first one is Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. It's the one and only book that I own by her, but honestly, like after this book, I want them all. I've mentioned this before. I fell in love with her art style after I purchased this book. So I want to get more of her work. I did this in 2021, I want to say. Yes, this was 2021. I did it in the fall. But these images are just stunning. They're single-sided. You could use your alcohol markers. You can use water-based markers. You can use watercolors. This paper, I think, would take it fine. Also from 2021. So I didn't get a chance to color in this book this autumn season, which I was really sad about. But like the last 6 months basically have been a madhouse for me with work and moving and doing a master's thesis. So unfortunately, coloring has taken a, kind of a back seat, but hopefully we will fix that in the future. So this is a picture that my fiance is working on because one day I was having a bad day and he thought he could make me feel better by coloring with me, which honestly was a success. So he is yet to finish this. So hopefully one day he will. The other non-color by number Creative Haven book I have is Happy Home, a Hygge coloring book by Jessica Mazurkiewicz. I don't have anything else by her, but this book I really enjoy. So if you are somebody that enjoys like comfy, cozy, like sitting by the fire kind of artwork, sipping hot cocoa, you know, looking at this book is for you. So they're of course single-sided. I have done a handful of images in here, but they're not too crazy detailed, and they're just fun, and a lot of food in here. I did this one a long time ago, 2020, but I mean, look how glittery. I went a little overboard, or just enough, with the glitter. So this is collect moments, not things. How sweet. So, let's see. I've done more pictures in here. A lot of knit items. Let's see. What else have I done? More food. Drinks. Oh yeah. So I did this one a long time ago as well. 2020. Long time. 2 years. And then I did one more in the back. I did this one. This is the most recent one that I've done. And this was from the end of 2021. So it's been over a year. I really need to pick this book back up. I really enjoy it. And here I was practicing doing on alcohol marker base and then shading over the top with pencils, because that's a skill that I'm still working on. And I felt like this picture was a good exercise for that. So lovely book. I always recommend this book, and I feel like it really flies under the radar with a lot of folks because it's not a new book by any means, but it's just simply good. It's the only way I can describe it. The next book is my one and only Forest Diver book, and it's the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. My title is just in German, and I love this book. Oh my gosh, I don't color in it enough. Somebody that colors a lot in Forest Diver and does a really amazing and really unique coloring is A Cluttered Life. Check out her channel here. She does really cool things with water-based markers in these books. It looks so cool. So if you're into Forest Diver books, please check out her channel. This one I did earlier this year, and I was playing around again with the layering of pencils and markers, yeah. So a lot of this is marker based. There was some alcohol markers, obviously. There was also some water-based markers. There was pencils. There was a lot of glitter gel pen. So I really enjoyed this one. But overall, the images are beautiful. This was, I think, the first picture I did in here, and it is highly shiny. I hope you can see all of that glitter. So I colored this in metallic pencils, like the shoe, and then just dumped a bunch of glitter on top as well. So was really going for that shiny shoe look, which I think was accomplished. But overall, a lot of images. So this was me attempting to do a similar style to what A Cluttered Life does, where she does like dots for shading. Not according to her. Compared to her, mine looks terrible. Hers looks so much more put together, but I have to say I had so much fun just like throwing markers basically at this page. Highly recommend it. But overall, yeah, lovely book. I've done other pages. Oh yes, I did this one, also 2020. But aside from that once Little Red Riding Hood page, this one, I haven't worked in it this year. But I haven't seen anything new from Forest Diver in a while, so I hope they're still in business because they were releasing some really cool books. So fingers crossed. Then moving on to my two Ollie Colors books. So Ollie Colors is a newer printing company, but they are collabing with a variety of artists, so there's different styles. All their books are single-sided, you know, there's no duplicates. I think they're black-backed, but I could have sworn they said they were going to do some white-backed. I'm not fully sure. So I have done full flips of the two books that I'm about to show you, so do check that out. But these books are stunning. I do have to say some of the images are a tad creepy. So yeah, but that does not mean that they don't have just really stunning imagery in here. So I did this one in November of 2022. really enjoyed it, but it's a good mix of like scary creatures, like this thing that kind of looks like a garbage disposal. So there's creatures, there's pretty ladies, there's also some men in here. So overall, it's just a good combination. And then the second book from them that I have is Fire Goddesses, also full flip available on my channel. Again, a combination of creatures, ladies, more ladies, creatures. So definitely a little bit of something. The books are affordable. I want to say they're under $7. I want to say they're around the $6 mark. Gosh, I could have sworn they're around $6. I hope I'm not lying. But give them a gander. I know they recently came out with, I think it was an anime book. So I don't have that one. I'm not an anime fan. I've always been really honest about that, which I feel like I'm in a minority. I feel like a lot of folks enjoy coloring anime pictures. Not my cup of tea, at least for now. It could always change in the future, so I will not be getting that book. But I am really enjoying the two that I have. I'm yet to color in this one, but it's on the short list to be colored in. So this is the best of Harry Potter coloring, because it was a series of books. There's one of like creatures, one of characters. It was a couple of books. So this one was gifted to me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I love it. There's definitely some terrifying pictures. This book is double-sided, but I think the paper could take water-based markers just fine. But yeah, I really like it. I've done one image in here, if I could locate it. I think it was in the front section because it was a character. So let's see. And this book is just fun to look at because it has like all the characters from the movies. And I've read all the books. I've seen all the movies. You know, I'm a fan. So it's just really fun in general to own the book. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I have colored in here. So I did a picture of Hermione and I really enjoyed it. I was really scared because obviously it's such a beloved and known character that I didn't want to mess it up. But I do like how it came out. And this is from the beginning of 2021. So unfortunately, it is the only picture I've done in here, but I would love to go back and do more. Maybe I can do a picture of Luna. We'll see. Ron. Don't want to color her, but the other ones, maybe. Then this is the newest book in my collection, and it was given to me for Christmas this year, which I'm so thankful for. I think a lot of people in my life are scared to get me coloring books now because I obviously own so many already. So I think a lot of my family and friends are hesitant to buy me coloring books because I potentially already own one, right? But I don't own this one. So it was a success. And this coloring book is called The Power of Positive Inking. Love me a pun. Color Your Way to Success. And it's by Jack Canfield, co-creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And I used to read those books when I was in like middle school and high school. So that was such a flashback to me for me when I saw this. But it has kind of like a quote image on the side and then some, sorry, I haven't cracked the spine of this yet. And then some motivational things on the left side. So not everything is a quote on the right. There's some just doodly things. There's some place where you can journal. So I feel like this book could be a whole like inspirational journal in a way, because you could easily also like take notes on the side or like write your thoughts and feelings and everything. So I feel like this would be really beneficial to me, at least, to like, you know, really take it seriously and write down my thoughts, write down what's happening, and kind of, you know, embrace the power of positive inking. So this is the newest book, and I'm yet to color in it because I got it only a couple of days ago because I am pre-filming this video. So hopefully in the future, you'll be seeing this in my completed pages videos. And then moving on to the final 3 books in this saga of my non-color by number books. So I don't know how to pronounce this, but it is by Lucy Ernestova. I bought this in Prague. So I went to Prague, I think in August. Yes, I went in August of 2022, my apologies. August 2022. I did a little solo trip. It was quite short, I think 4 days to Prague. And I really wanted to get a coloring book while I was there, kind of as, not a memorandum, but just a little piece to remember the trip by. And this was the book that I picked up. And this book is really meant for water-based watercolors, because it's really thick, nice paper, spiral bound. And I just thought these images were cool. And I think I could take pencils to them as well. Like, I don't think it has to be watercolors, but even if I don't color in this book, I'm really happy to have it. And yeah, I'm just really happy to have something from that trip because it was a really nice trip. But yeah, this paper, no joke. Yeah, I mean, I could easily use markers in here and pencils. I really liked this page of this nice tree of wisdom. So I don't know if I'll be able to find this online, especially on places like Amazon, but if this looks of interest to you, maybe you could scout out some art store that's based in Prague or Czech Republic, just in general, but that's where I got it. And this is the second volume. There was multiple volumes at the art store that I went to, but I wanted to get just the one because I didn't really have much space in my bag, and that's the one I went for. And I'm really, really happy. I love getting like books or coloring books on trips because it's really nice to remember the adventure that way. Then I have Lady Spring, which is a very unique book. It was put together by a group of artists, and they just put a couple pieces of their artwork in here. And I was able to get this on Etsy, and I think it's still available on Etsy. So I got mine from Grazia Salvo. It's probably not how you say her name, so I do apologize. But I got it off her Etsy, and she was kind enough to like sign it and everything. She also gave like little postcards of some of her other artwork that I, like, you could color. So I love that. I've done a couple images in here, but this book is really cool because it tells you about the artist, then some of their, works that they have published, and then all of their information about like their Etsy and all that fun stuff, and then their artwork. So I've done one picture by Karolina Kubikowska. Love it. I had so much fun working on this page. Her art style is so unique. I considered getting one of her tattoos for a while because she is a tattoo artist based in Poland. So when I was still in Germany, I was like, that's not that far of a trip, just because I fell in love with her art style. I signed up for her Patreon. She is the only coloring book artist who I'm a Patreon of. I just love it. So this was a combination of pencils and water-based markers there was no alcohol markers, but water-based markers. So her art is just so cool. I love the sketchy method of it. It's so cool. Oh, I love it. So I did one of her pictures, and then I did a picture from Isabella. I'm just gonna say Isabella because I'm gonna butcher her name. Gosh, I'm so sorry. But I did this page, which was the first page from this book that I completed. Plenty of glitter on the wings. Really, really enjoyed it. This is all colored pencils and then alcohol marker, not water-based marker. Water-based marker in the back for the black. I didn't feel like doing the background. So, but yes, this book is stunning. I saw it on somebody else's channel, like during their collection video. And immediately I was like, yeah, so like, where did you get that? And she was like, yeah, it's on Etsy. So she sent me a link to the Etsy shop, and I bought it immediately. It wasn't cheap. It is a little bit more of a pricier book. The paper is nice though. The images are beautiful. Yeah, the shipping was also, I don't think the shipping was too bad, but It's definitely not going to be like a $6.99 or a $5.99 book, but you can also tell by the quality of the paper and by, like, that's a hardcover book. So I love this. This is something I will hold on to for a very long, like, I want to say for the rest of my life, but I guess you never know. But this is a book that I'm not planning on passing on. Never even crossed my mind to pass it on. I love this book. And the last book, and it's also a nice hardcover, and it is very dusty. And it's my Disney Vitro by Hatchet Heroes. It's a cult classic at this point. It's a big book. Like, it's big. There's 100 images in here. There is a Vitro 2 at this point. I don't own it because I haven't done enough in this book to warrant getting the second one. I don't know if I'll be able to fit the image like fully into the frame just because this book is so damn big. But it's stunning. If you're a Disney fan, this is kind of a must-have in a way. But I mean, I understand it's also not a cheap book. So this has been a whip for way too long. I really need to finish this page. But other than that, I think I've done 2 images in here. Let's see. Maybe 3. I want to say 2. So I've did this Winnie the Pooh page, 2021, I want to say. And then I know I've done at least one other one. Did this one. This is my first one from Beauty and the Beast. I've mentioned it before, but she's my favorite. Not fairy tale. What is it called? Princess. Thank you. Yeah, I think those are the only ones I've done. So I can't justify getting the second book because I've done 2 1/4 images in here. But this book is really cool. Hatchet Heroes has come out with also a color by number Vitro book. So that one looks really neat. I'm considering getting that one. I will at one point get the Vitro 2 because I feel like at a certain point it's just kind of like it's like a collector's item. But for now, I'm gonna stick to just the one. Maybe once I do at least like 5 pages in the book, maybe then I will get to the second one. But I know folks also use water-based markers in there. I think also I've seen people use watercolor in there so the paper can't take it. But that is it. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the final part of my non-color by number books. There will be one more video where I talk about my color by numbers. I think one video should be enough. We'll see though, I tend to get very chatty. But in theory, there should be only one more video where I go through my collection. But thank you so much for watching. Everything is linked down below if I can find it. And then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.